Box Affairs, Chris Robinson, undefeated welterweight prospect contender, Jessie Vargas. Jesse, you're at the top-ranked gym again, getting ready to put in work for December 8th undercard, Pacquiao Marquez. How are you feeling, man? How is everything?
I'm feeling good, man. I have a great team. You know, the work ethic is excellent. You know, the way we're working for this fight is much different than any of my other most recent fights. You know, we're working a little different things, such as more power punches. You know, we're looking forward to come in for a knockout come December 8th.
And you mentioned you're training different.
The strength is there. You know what I mean? It's just about, you know, it was first we wanted to master our boxing skills, which we did, and now we're gonna working on the pressure and aggressive, and also have Axel as my physical trainer, so he's working on the strength part. The power is there, just about sitting down on the punches. So come December 8th, we have many options.
Now, as each camp goes by, do you find yourself kind of getting to know your trainer Robert Alcazar a little bit better? Do you feel kind of like your camaraderie growing, or I mean?
Yeah, it's growing. We're getting to know each other much more every camp, and I mean, things are coming along great. You know, we're still undefeated. We're you know, all of our fights have been by unanimous decision. So, you know, we're in a great position, and I'm looking forward to the next fight. What
was your thoughts on your fight with Aaron Martinez recently? What were your thoughts on your performance?
Well, I gave a good performance, you know, and a lot of my fans enjoyed the fight. I think if we would have been a little more aggressive, it would have worked out better for us. Maybe we would have got an early knockout, or not early, but just a knockout, you know. But I think Martinez felt the power in this fight, and he, you know, from the beginning, from the second round, he just backed off, and he's always a pressure fighter. But I mean, he's a good fighter. That he's usually aggressive, but you know, September 13th, he changed it up. You know, he started boxing as soon as he felt the power. So, you know, I felt that he was just trying to survive. But I mean, he put up a great fight.
And as this guy asked your thoughts on some other fights going on, and another fighter in the same division as you who's training out here, Robert Guerrero, is training. He's getting ready to fight Andre Berto. Do you have any thoughts on that fight?
It should be a good matchup. You know, they're in our weight class, so you know, you never know when we might get in the ring together.
Got you.
But it should be a great matchup, Berto and Robert Guerrero.
Were you surprised when Guerrero moved up in weight, how he did physically with Aiden? He looked pretty solid in there.
Yeah, I think it did surprise me. I think just like all of us in the world of boxing, you know, he jumped up 2 weight divisions. I still don't think it's his weight. It's his weight class, his natural weight class. You know, a lot of people agree with me. I think he's a 40-pounder.
Yeah.
But he wants to Floyd fight, so he moved up to 47, and that's where Berto might have an advantage because he's a solid 147-pounder.
And in this same gym here, Julio Chavez Jr. trained, got ready for Sergio Martinez. A lot of people gave Chavez a good chance of victory. But, what was your thoughts on Martinez, his victory, and just the overall fight?
I think Chavez started too late. At the same time, I think Martinez had a good game plan. You know, was basically what Martinez showed was let's fight him in his own game. You know, hitting him to the body. So and it worked for him. But at the same time, Chavez started a little too late. So I would actually enjoy to watch the rematch.
Got you. And another fight I was going to ask about was, well, first off, speaking of Pacquiao Marquez, the undercard, I'm sure the main event, you're going to be having your eyes on that one, Pacquiao Marquez. What are your thoughts on the 4th fight with those guys?
I think you put them in 20 fights, they're always going to come in and give great fights together. You know what? Marquez, I felt that he won the last fight, but you know what? It's gonna be a toss-up, man. You know, any fight with I mean, the first 3 fights showed that those guys are just so competitive. You know, it's so close fights, and I think it's gonna be the same. Or you know what? I have a feeling there's gonna be a knockout in this fight.
Okay.
You know, they're both strong, and I'm sure they both want to prove that they're the better fighters.
And another fight. Division south of you, Brandon Rios, Mike Alvarado, was a pretty good war. What are your thoughts on that little battle they had?
It was a good war, man. It was 2 tough warriors that just went at it. I think Alvarado wanted to box a little more than he did, but I mean, the pressure that Brandon Rios gave him was it's something that was never put on Alvarado, which kind of made him slow down towards was the middle of the fight, and that's how the knockout happened. You know,
Alright.
Brandon Rios is just a fighter with a lot of heart, a lot of great chin, and very aggressive, and you have to be ready for that.